Hey y'all, we're back after Thanksgiving and on to episode three. I think we have named this one perfectly. The climb is no more.
End
We'll
of an
get
era. End of an
we'll
era. We'll get to it though.
we'll get into it. This is probably going to be literally what we're going to talk about the whole majority of the episode tonight. So if you don't care about West Virginia, we'll catch you next week.
Yep,
Um,
pretty much.
But yeah, we're back after a nice little hiatus from for Thanksgiving. Kevin, how was yours? I saw you some of your pictures. Looked like it was some good food.
Yeah, nothing crazy. Just went to my cousin's house in Jackson, New Jersey. Um, we've done it the last couple of years.
Hmm.
So I worked my part-time job in the morning. I took class and worked out, and then after that, took a nap, went to eat Thanksgiving dinner, and then went to bed. Really, really nothing crazy. That's all you really could use on a Thanksgiving. It was just a
Yep.
day to relax and eat a bunch of food, and that's exactly what I did.
See, I'll take out the fact that the working part like you did, I didn't do. I went to the gym and then went to my mother-in-law's house and
Of that,
had Thanksgiving dinner and then came home and just, you know,
yeah.
relaxed and got ready for a 1-year-old's birthday party.
Oh yeah, yeah. Shout out to baby Luca out here.
Yes, sir. 1 years old now. It's ridiculous.
Does that like freak you out?
Yeah, it does. And how many times you gonna take an Instagram picture?
Because your eyes are closed in every single photo. So I was trying not to post it with your eyes fucking closed. Have you drinking your little soda is gonna have to do now.
Hey.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Are you
Oh,
wearing a shirt that says Luca's dad on it?
it says Lucas and my arm says
I
dad,
love
but
that.
so it's a sweatshirt. My brother-in-law and sister-in-law built a outdoor bar at my mother-in-law's house, and they named it Luca's Bar and Grill. So
Oh,
on the
that's
back of
cool.
my shirt, it says Luca's Bar and Grill on it. So that's pretty awesome. We haven't actually gone and used it yet, but maybe this summer we finally will. Somehow you're muted.
Do it up.
How did you mute yourself?
Oh, because I'm trying to put our photo up and I wanted to put like a song,
Ah,
but
okay.
I didn't want to all of a sudden you hear all of a sudden this music before we get copyrighted.
Oh, that's true. Oh, I'm gonna add something to this list that we have to talk about. Um, and then Kevin, I don't like you said, I mentioned it before we even started. You are wearing WVU tonight.
This wasn't a coincidence of what we were going to talk about. I honestly just wore it because it was the first shirt that I had on, but it's not just a WV shirt. It's a sport management
Oh,
shirt. So
better.
represent the old major. I think it was 2 years ago. When there was just this random guy
Hmm.
on LinkedIn who was raising money for the sport management program that allowed you to buy just some cool stuff. And I bought a hat, I bought a pair of shorts, and I bought this little tee. And this is the t-shirt I'm just wearing just because it was already on me and I didn't have enough time to grab me a fun jersey because it was already 7 o'clock and I didn't want to make you wait any longer because you got dad duties.
No, he's asleep.
Oh,
He's
shout
up.
out to you.
That that's Ashley. She does that. That's her job at night is to put him to bed, and I wake up and feed him in the morning. Um, no, don't worry. You're gonna have some fun jerseys coming your way soon.
Yeah, I'm very excited. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Andrew has to make sure he's on that episode when we record that too.
He has to actually have it in hand and get us the stuff too. Um, all right. So you guys catching on? We are getting in the Christmas spirit again. We're gonna do our annual sport. Oh my gosh, I almost said sport management 'cause your shirt. But Manly Musings gift exchange. This year we are doing jerseys. So I'm buying a jersey for Kevin and Andrew, and it's vice versa all over. Um, so this is going to be fun. It's going to be very interesting on what jerseys we get. You know, you can go wacky, you can go crazy, you can go straight up, just, hey, here's what it is. Go with that. But I think I ordered mine today, and Andrew said he ordered his already. I think we're going to like them. I think we're going to. They're gonna be good.
I'm excited. I just hope we actually get ours on time.
We probably won't. No. Oh, and talking about Thanksgiving, I saw Andrew on Thanksgiving. We're talking. He goes, "Yeah, you're talking so much shit." I go, "Well, we gotta talk shit about you because you're never on."
That's true. I mean, I love Andrew, but he's not here to defend himself, so it's on him.
He got rid of the mustache too, by the way. So that's always good. Praise the Lord. I know.
Plus up to that because that
Woo!
was getting creepy.
I told you, and you all were like, "No, it's fine. Don't worry about it." I'm like, "It's a pedo stash, guys. Come on." All right, well, let's just jump into the, the weekly sports update. The 49ers, are they going to sign someone off the street to be a running back for them now? Because they have none.
Yeah, it's rough for the 49ers right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh
I
shit, there's football on tonight, and I have to set my lineup. Ooh.
oh no. Well, hold on. How's your fantasy life going before we dive into it?
5-8, 6-7, 7-6,
Okay,
eight
are
and
you in the
five.
playoffs for any of them?
I'm in the playoffs. So let me see. This is for this year league that I'm in with you. Oh shit, I really need to edit this because half my team's on bye. There we
Love
go. Fix
that.
that. Um, I think I'm in the playoffs for all of them.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
excellent.
we'll take this one. I did. I don't want to drop that. God damn it. Bye. Yeah, no, it's not. I'm not doing too bad. It's been an up and down year. You
It has
just
been up and down year for me too. It's been a struggle
you have thoroughly whooped my ass each time I've played you. So,
in both leagues.
uh, at least in the fantasies one,
Fantasy's one. That's my one. I'm hoping that I could win this year. Yours and Jeff's.
I just want to win one of them. That'd be great. I've come in
Uh,
second a couple times. God damn it! Why is all of my team literally hurt or on bye?
that's freaking hilarious. I actually kind of want to see. So let's see. All right, guys. For those that are just listening, pretty much Merritt is literally gonna have to go to the street to find somebody off to help him win because he has
I
no
have
defense.
I have three players on one of my leagues that are all on IR.
That's incredible.
I'm gonna drop some of them.
Yeah, you need a new punter in the one league.
That's what I'm editing right now. Okay, I'm working on it.
I and the Saints D is the best you can pick up. Bless your heart.
The Saints D is also playing the Giants.
Okay, fair enough.
Strategy here.
Yes, that is
I
true.
that
I have in this league, I'm either having to choose between the Steelers going up against the Browns or the Dolphins going up against the Jets.
I feel like the Dolphins against the Jets would be probably be.
So the only thing is the Steelers are projected to have more points. I also believe after they lost to the Browns in the snow that I think they're going to come out with a vengeance, and the Dolphins Jets game could be a toss up because it's it's a divisional game. Even though the Dolphins are at home,
And the
but
Jets suck.
and yeah, I had to pick up Tua as a quarterback because Lamar is on a bye, but I'm hoping he torches up the Jets, which would be incredible.
I feel like you will. Actually, talking about Miami, I'm going to pick up their kicker because my kicker is on bye, and I'm going to drop Dobbins because he's on IR. He's done for the year.
Love that.
God, this has been the year of injuries, the year of, I guess, being fucked over by my team. Excuse my language, everybody.
Okay.
This has just been horrendous. All right, there we go. Oh, Fryermuth, let's go, bro. Mm.
Shout out to Fryermuth.
I have no one's playing tonight. All right, Jordan Love.
What is the
Oh,
game tonight?
the Packers versus the Lions.
Oh, I have the Lions D in one of my leagues.
I have the Lions D, and I have Jordan Love, and I'm kind of like I have Caleb Williams too. Caleb
Yeah,
Williams is going up against the 49ers defense, which has been awful. But
yeah.
Jordan Love has been playing real well.
But surprisingly, the Packers defense is projected to get less points than the 49ers defense. So I'm playing the 49ers against the Bears, which hopefully
So,
would be a good move. But
so
I
do I
don't know.
keep Caleb Williams in or do I put Jordan Love in?
I think you'll, because Jordan Love is just a better player. I think you would get more points with Jordan Love as opposed to Caleb
Love's
Williams.
projected less.
Yeah, but Jordan Love is just better than
That's
Caleb.
true. That's true. And I should win this game. All right, there we go. We're done with fantasy. Okay, hold on. We're done. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, so the 49ers have no running backs. McCaffrey's hurt, is on IR. The backup's on IR. So yeah, good luck with that one. Um,
I'll be honest, I was really shocked that with all that snow projected to come down in Buffalo, I'm surprised Matt McCaffrey even played in that game.
I am too, especially from how injured he's been.
Yeah, like you don't think that like that snow and ice was probably possibly re-aggravate that knee? I feel like that was a bad move on their part to have him play.
Uh, I just don't understand, but they need to win because they're been awful this year. So,
Mm.
but I think the Bills look real good. I won't lie. They look very good. So we'll see how that goes. Talk about WNBA. The schedule has officially been released for the upcoming season. Woohoo!
Hmm.
We get Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese 5 times. Five.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
There's gonna be so much back and forth.
Oh yeah. Wait a minute. So the Sky and Fever play each other 5 times in the regular season?
Hmm.
That's crazy. Well, because you know
That's
what's really funny? So for example, I looked at the Liberty schedule and like the amount of like games that are in um that are happening in like July, and it's like the same teams playing against each other. So I'm like, huh, very interesting. I don't know if that's because of the new team, the Valkyries coming in
oh
to like
maybe.
help even out the games, but I felt like they're getting more games for a regular season now. And I know, and like I just went to look for tickets for the Liberty. It is tough, man. Tough. Like
Money.
my one of my good friends, they wanted to go see Caitlin Clark play the Liberty, and they said it would have been cheaper to fly out to Indiana and back and see it in Indiana than see it at the Barclays Center.
No way.
Yes way. How
Holy
crazy
shit.
is that?
That's ridiculous.
I'm not gonna lie. If that's the case, I would totally take a trip to Indianapolis for a random like 2 days,
We've
see
been
basketball,
there,
come back
so
home.
yeah, that's crazy. Well, because
Mhm.
they play in the same arena as the Pacers, so
Yep.
it's a bigger arena than the Barclays.
Yeah.
So they'll
Well,
have,
Barclays is just small in general,
yeah, it's
but
a
yeah,
perfect Barclays is a perfect basketball arena,
yeah.
in
But
my
I can't believe when I heard that. I'm like, that is wild.
that's crazy.
The Caitlin Clark effect is real, and
It ain't going
with
nowhere.
the hype that it's going, and think about the players that you're going to be getting next year. You're going to get Paige next year, and we're going to get a new W. We're going to get another NBA team, and then we're going to get a second one. Well, two more coming in the next 2 years.
Yep.
Um, it's gonna be a lot of women's basketball and great, a lot of great growth for the game.
Yep. That's the best part about it. The Valkyrie released their jersey today. Very nice looking jerseys, black and white
I
with
do. I,
pink.
I like the pink. I definitely didn't think they would just have that whole logo on the jersey. Uh,
Yeah.
with the triangle, I would have thought they would have put like Valkyries or just Golden State. But hey, whatever. I think the colors are a great color scheme. I
Yeah, me
gotta
too.
find me something somewhere so I can rock it because I think that'd be pretty cool. But I'm excited to see what that team's gonna look like. Tomorrow is the expansion draft.
Oh boy.
So we'll see what players they get. I looked at like some projections of what people might take for my Liberty. the tough call on who we're gonna keep, but um, I think I think it'll be interesting. I hope it's not anybody that I think it's gonna be.
Mhm.
Uh, but I know they're gonna have some tough decisions to make on who they're gonna protect. But
Oh, it's
yeah,
it's going to be nearly impossible, and that's the way it is.
yeah. If for my ideal, if I were the Liberty, my ideal thing to do would be to keep obviously Stewie and Sabrina are not going anywhere. I would probably keep um oh man, why am I drawing a blank? John Quell Jones, the MVP. That's three right there.
Yep.
I cannot see them dropping their rookie last year, Leona Febic, who helped
Mm,
them a lot in the finals. After her game 5 performance, Nyara Sabali is probably gonna be protected, or at least I would hope be protected. And then Benijah Laney Hamilton is probably gonna be the sixth, leaving uh Kayla Thornton, 6 man off the bench. The one that would be the last
yep.
woman out. But hey, maybe the Liberty do a deal where they give them a pick next year instead of choosing one of their picks, which is possible.
Well, we'll
Um,
see.
an option.
That might work, but then again, next year you're going to have two drafts.
And no, yeah. So
You're gonna have you're
another
gonna
have to go through it all over again. So
you're gonna have Portland and you're gonna have Toronto. And speaking of Toronto, they dropped their name today, the
yes,
Turbo. I
it is
like
not
it.
the Turbo.
Yes, it is Toronto Turbo.
Are you sure it's not the Toronto Tempo?
Tempo. Oh, I'm losing it. Might
Go
be.
check. Maybe you're right, but
I
double
think
check.
you're right. Actually, I think you're right. I think you're right. It's the Tempo.
Let's see.
Been a long day.
Okay. I mean, it's
Yeah,
Thursday.
Tempo. Toronto Tempo.
All right.
So the only thing I don't like about it is that it looks like the Pacers logo a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I can kind of see the same shape of it all, but hey, I think it's a cool name. They're going to be able to do
Oh
something
wow,
fun
I
with it.
just relooked at it. You're so right.
It does, doesn't it?
It's literally the Pacers logo, but instead of a P, like you can see the P in the outline.
Yeah, you can see how it would work. It's like, oh, here's this, and it's so
I
I hope they have like an alternate logo that's different. That's the only thing I have to say about it. I think it's awesome that they have another team coming up in Toronto, but it's just you hope that they can make a better logo.
I will say so. It says here tempo reasoning for it is pointing to the city of Toronto providing inspiration. Tempo is pace, it's speed, it's a heartbeat, and it's what you feel when you step into the streets of this city and in the energy of the people who call Canada home. So I dig tempo a lot
Okay.
because if you remember when we were thinking about names for this franchise, some of the names were like sorta stupid, and this is a good one. I'm cool with it. Toronto Tempo, let's get it. Uh, hopefully
Yeah.
your logo, you have an alternative logo that doesn't look like the Pacers logo, but to be continued.
We're not the ones designing it, so we can't say much. Um, let's talk about some college football and not our college football. We're talking about rivalry week that just ended.
Yep.
How many brawls were happening on the freaking field after games?
There's at least 4 or 5.
We had Michigan, Ohio State,
Yep.
um,
Florida State,
Florida State, Arizona State, in
Arizona,
Arizona, and then North Carolina State and
North
UNC
Carolina.
maybe.
Yeah,
Yep.
North Carolina.
So you had those. I know there was more, but come on.
No,
Like,
I know.
I could get it. You won you won it away when you shouldn't have, whatever it was, but like, damn. And the Ohio State one where they're spraying pepper spray. Both
Yeah, that
schools
was
were
wild.
Both schools got fined $100,000 for everything. It's
Hmm.
just I don't get it. Like I
Well, I mean, I can sort of understand. Like but it's funny because I feel like this has been something that has been going on for a while.
yeah, Baker Mayfield
But
started it.
yeah, Baker started when he did the thing at Oklahoma. But now I didn't all of a sudden now it's just this big deal. I guess players have realized, huh, this is some bullshit that they're doing this on my logo. Let me go ahead and say the hell with you guys.
Yeah.
And let's stop it. Which from a player perspective,
From a
fully
player
respect
perspective, I
that.
get it.
Fully respect it. But at the same time, like, I mean, and what are you gonna do? It's a rivalry game. You know,
Yeah.
that's what's gonna happen. The tempers are going to like flare up. I think I remember hearing in the Arizona State game, the guy that did the pitchfork thing for Arizona State was originally transferred from Arizona.
Yeah.
So like, it's gonna be bad blood at these things. I guess what are you gonna do now? Are you gonna find these teams every time they do it? Are you gonna do something about it? What are you gonna do? Have security? Like surround the logo at the end of the game so the players don't go on
I think you
top of
just
the logo. Like, what are you gonna do?
I think all you can do is if it happens, it happens. You're gonna find them. You can if like you get to a point where it's increasing and there's more violence to it, do you
Yeah,
suspend players? You're a number two team in the country and you're supposed to go to the playoff. Oh well, two of your star players are suspended now. Like it makes you think a little bit more about it. But I want to bring up Steve Sarkisian down in Texas. I,
yes,
I loved what he said. Basically, it was like there's ways to win with respect and dignity. And he saw his players after the A&M game running up to half field to do the same thing, and he stopped them. He
yeah,
pulled
he
them off.
stopped
He's like
him.
he's like, no, 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 we ain't doing that. And I respect that because he puts it into the perspective of if they did it at our house, what would you do? Like, look at it that way.
Of
So
course.
definitely great things to think about. But it's college sports. It's going to happen. All know it will. So is what it is. This one I want to talk about real quick because this just came up today. Apparently, Bill Belichick interviewed with UNC.
I mean, Bill Belichick's bored.
I, I guess enough to go coach college players and
That would be really interesting because I just feel like I don't think he would fit that type of
mm-mm.
build of what college football is right now.
No, I that's why he doesn't have a job in the NFL. He didn't, you know, mold with the times and change with the times of how to coach pl his players. So it is interesting. I don't understand it, but hey, if he goes to UNC, that'd be kind of interesting. That'd be a cool story to watch for a while until he leaves to the NFL again. And
Yeah.
then sad news is everyone's favorite Twitter person and former NBA guy and ESPN uh, what voice or whatever you want to call him, Adrian Wojnarowski announced that he is has prostate cancer.
Yeah, I heard about that. Super
That
sad.
sucks.
I wonder if that's part of the reason why he like stepped away from ESPN so he didn't have so he can go have a less strenuous job. But
I don't know.
yeah,
It's just
man, Woj, heal up, fight this battle, and
Woj.
just be you, being the GM of Providence basketball.
Yeah, it's like the worst thing in the world because dude is awesome.
He indeed is awesome.
Um, well, perfect. So that's what we got there for the sports updates. Now let's talk about the miserable thing that is West Virginia football. Actually, should we start football or start basketball? Because basketball is at least good.
Whatever your heart desires.
Let's start with basketball because they make
All
me
right.
feel better. Um, men's team, damn, they beat the number three team in the country and then beat the number 24 team in the country, who they will play again later on this season. So fantastic. They came in third in the tournament that they were in. What was it? They were I don't remember which one they were in. There's too many of them now.
They're in the battle for Atlantis,
Battle for
the
Atlantis.
Bahamas.
Phew, lucky them. Um, and then women's basketball. I think they're ranked at number 12 still. They went 2-1 in their tournament. They lost in the championship game to Texas. I did not see the score, but it's Texas, so I'm assuming it was potentially not close because they are really, really good.
I don't remember the score. I just know. Let's check. Um, let's see. Women's basketball. Let's see. Uh, They've only lost by 5.
Oh, okay, that's really good. What was
Yeah,
the final score?
73-78.
Okay, that's
Second
respectable.
loss to the Longhorns. JJ Quinterly with 29 points in 39 minutes. Jordan Harrison 20 points. I don't know what the situation happened with this game was. It looks like it was pretty close throughout, and then just the Longhorns just edged them out at the end.
Yeah, probably this them not being used to playing as much as they were playing the back-to-back days could have what been what happened. It's what I assumed happened for the West Virginia guys when they went up against Louisville. They all played, you know, was it Small played
They all played
almost,
the starting five played like 40 minutes
yeah,
each game,
and
which like
Small didn't come off the court almost at all. He played 48 minutes or 45 minutes or something like that. It was ridiculous. So, hey,
yeah, and like if you're gonna make it to the Big 12, you're not gonna win playing your guys that many minutes. Let's just be real for a second.
no, definitely not. But hopefully, we can see some of these other guys that are on the bench come in and give you some decent minutes. Um, that'd be the hope, right?
Yeah, I mean, again, like this team is still trying to figure out how to play together.
Yep.
Um, Looking at their schedule now, so they're 5-2. If my computer will load, we got Georgetown next,
Yeah, tomorrow
followed
night.
by hold on, yep, followed by yeah Georgetown, North Carolina Central, Bethune Cookman, Mercyhurst. So I feel like that could be maybe 4 straight wins potentially.
Yeah, I think that's
And
four
then
straight wins, and
we start Big 12 play at Kansas on New Year's Eve.
yeah, great. 2 p.m. New Year's Eve, we are screwed. That one's that
It's
one
gonna
I'm not. Yeah, that's gonna be tough. But like, then you play Oklahoma State, then you play Arizona. You can beat Arizona, and you got 2 games at home. Colorado, Houston's gonna be a tough one. Iowa State's probably gonna be tough.
hold on. So Colorado and Houston are away.
Yeah, no, no, I know. I was saying, oh, did I say?
You said two
Oh,
home games, Colorado and Houston. So
oh no, I meant 2 home games and then Colorado and Houston.
oh,
Sorry,
got
we
you, got
play
you.
Oklahoma State and Arizona at home, then Colorado, Houston away, Iowa State at home, Arizona State at home. Then we go to Kansas State. I play Houston again at home. Go up to Cincinnati, TCU and TCU. Play Utah. Yeah, honestly, looking at it, this should be. We're projected to be in the bottom of the Big 12 in basketball this year, but never know. We weren't supposed to be good in football last year, and somehow we were number 4. So let's see what they can do.
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to some college basketball. It's, the team, what I appreciate is that they're hungry. They're
Uh-huh.
fighting. And that's all you can ask for in a team. You just want them to be willing to fight, willing to win. And I think with Javon Small and Mr. Tucker DeVries, I think we're not gonna have many issues with that because those guys are scorers. They put the ball in the
Hmm.
basket, and we're just gonna need some help from some of the other guys. I really liked what I saw from Toby Okani, one of the games. With some great energy. Amani Hansberry, one of the transfers from Illinois, you know, getting big rebounds, a bigger guy. Um, just hoping that they can just continue that pace. But like you said, we need people from the bench to step it up so these guys don't have to kill themselves each and every game.
And stop going to overtime because my heart can't take that.
That they went to three straight overtimes. Crazy.
Three straight. It, and they, besides the Louisville one, they hung out. They destroyed Arizona in overtime. It was great. Um, but now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Um, the football team didn't even decide to show up in Lubbock um, this past weekend. They lost 52-15 in Neil Brown's final game as the head coach. Um, I didn't watch any of it. My buddy was at the game. He goes, "Good thing you're not watching this. This is even bad to watch for as a Texas Tech fan." Um,
No, it was
hey, hold
uh-oh.
on, dog's barking. Come here. Stop barking. All right, continue, Kevin.
Go ahead, you first.
No, no, you were saying something.
Well, I was just looking on the internet verse during that time, and they were saying like, the one thing about Neil Brown's teams is that like you never saw them quit. This is the first time throughout our time with him that the team has officially quit
Yeah,
during the game. So,
definitely sad.
which I kind
But
of thought was like the writing on the wall.
yeah, I think I've listened to a couple podcasts and they've talked about it, and I think how he handled this season, he had to win out. He had to have, you know, an 8-4 record at minimum to secure a position for next year. And even with his comments, if he had done that, he's still here. But I, writing was on the wall for a little while. The the climb is officially over. It's like the process should be officially over in Philly. Um, but yeah, we let Neil Brown go on Sunday. He's officially a free agent, can go to wherever he wants. And you know what? I hope he finds something good for himself and his family because he is a good coach. From everything I've read, he's a great guy. All the players love him. It's just didn't work here, and that happens. No qualms about him as a person. I hope he goes and finds a good coaching gig. He didn't have to work for a few years. He's getting a good amount of money from West Virginia, so go enjoy it. Maybe go to Alabama and be the offensive coordinator there, and go find another coaching job somewhere else later on. Seems to happen to everybody.
Hmm.
But all right, let's talk about the fun stuff. Who do you think replaces him, and who is your dream? We're going to preface it as we'll give a dream candidate and a real who we think realistically could do it.
Well, I didn't even get to go into my spiel about
Oh,
West
go,
Virginia
so, go,
football
go, go, go.
because you're just gonna skip over me like this. I'm
Oh
amazing
no.
placed, guys. But I was just gonna say, I think right when you saw the score of the game on Saturday, you just can kind of tell that I don't think there's any way that maybe they'd let him coach the bowl game, but I just couldn't see him being with the team past this season. I felt like the biggest thing that people talked about from me listening to podcasts was that, you know, the one thing that you can't lose is your fan base. And I think this year, think about all the events that happened this year. Completely, you had that awesome thing that show out for a Pat McAfee show in Morgantown. The next day, they lay a duck egg against Penn State.
Hmm.
And the debacle that we had to witness in person against Pitt. Then every single big game that like whenever they talk about, oh, still have a chance at the Big 12 championship, could not win any of those games. And at the bottom line, this is a results-based business,
Hmm.
and what keeps your job is winning. So shout out to Neil Brown for being a great person. And he definitely kept the spirits of Mountaineer football up with his, way to like recruit in-state players, his scholarship program, the outside of school stuff, the the fifth quarter program that he does for helping like his players get like internships and all that jazz.
Hmm.
I think it was great stuff. But I'll be honest, like I don't have a per dream job person. I had a feeling you're gonna ask this question when we were gonna come on tonight. And honestly, I really just one, I want someone that's gonna embrace the state of West Virginia like he did and embrace, the people that are there. And you want someone that's gonna get like the football team and the fans excited again.
Yeah.
uh, I'd also want them to, I don't need them to go their whole routes. Like, I know we're gonna talk Jimbo Fisher, Rich Rod, this guy from West Virginia, that guy from West Virginia, but I don't think we really need to take that approach here. I kind of want them to take the approach we took for basketball. Like the way that we looked for Darren DeVries. Like, if you remember last year when we were talking about basketball, everybody kept talking about Beeline, 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 Beeline,
Yep.
Beeline. Waited out a little bit, but then we looked into James Madison guy and then Coach DeVries. And then DeVries, we got him, and then so far, result wise, you
Yeah.
know, it's on the up, and I think and people are excited for men's basketball again. Same with the women's basketball team. People are excited about women's basketball and their success they're having. So I just want someone that is gonna come in, gonna take the reins, and just build the spirit back and getting people excited about football. Because if you think about it, like I forgot what I was listening to, what podcast. I think it was Country Roads Confidential from 24/7. But they
Yep.
talked about like when people watch West Virginia football, they're watching because they're an alum and because they love their university, not because the football and the product being on the field is exciting for them to watch. They're doing it because they love their program and they are hoping to see some sort of exciting product on the field.
No,
Uh, we haven't had that in a long time. So someone that can do that is who I'd want. I wish I could give you a name, but I'm not in the pay grade to know any names. So Merritt, are in that pay grade. So if you have names, feel free to let us.
um, if I have a dream guy, it'd be cool to have Nick Saban just because of his experience and what he did at Alabama, but we're never going to get him. Um,
I heard they
apparently,
talked to each other. They talked to him.
yeah, well, I guess so from how Pat McAfee made it sound is he won't leave college game day, but he'll help with the search and help get the word out there and talk to these coaches on our behalf, which that's phenomenal. Cool,
Hmm.
do that. I agree with you. I don't need a Jimbo Fisher. I know he's only about 60 years old. He's got plenty of coaching left. The dude don't have to do anything though. He's making $72 million from Texas A&M, doing nothing.
And
So
truth be told, I feel like we'd just be a stepping stone for him for a couple of years and he'd peace
yeah,
out, go for a bigger job.
he'd be gone. Let's be honest. In 1 or 2 years, Ohio State's probably going to be open up because Ryan Day, no offense, can't get over Michigan. He can't seem to get his team over the hurdle, even though he's good stacked teams. So there you go. Jimbo Fisher goes there or something like that. Um, and I hate, and if you're a West Virginia fan and you were a fan of West Virginia before, the early 2000s and stuff, so you had everyone's supposed favorite coach and Rich Rodriguez. I don't think I could actually watch our team if he was the coach. And the only reason is because he brought a great style back in the early 2000s with the run and gun and deep balls and all this. But guess what? That's how everyone freaking plays now. That's how they all play. It's not special. Um, so I don't want that. One guy, and I've done a little reading and done some research just to kind of figure it out. Um, and I like this name, and mainly because he's from my home state. And he went to my high school. Would be Dan Mullen, who coached at Florida. And he was only there for 3 years, right? But in those 3 years, he had two really good years and then a 5 and 6 year afterwards. And because the Florida fan base is probably crazier than ours, they fired him after 3 years. He's a good coach. He's 52 years old. the question is, does he leave ESPN and go back to a sideline? Some of the other names that they've thrown out there is Jamie Chadwell. He's at Coastal Carolina. John Sumrall, who is at Tulane, I believe. Yeah, he's at
Yep.
Tulane.
Tulane.
Jake Dickert, who is the head coach currently at Washington State. And then a former West Virginia player, Anthony Beck.
Oh,
He's
former Jets
currently
tight end.
he's also currently the coach of the St. Louis Blackhawks for the UFL.
Very interesting.
And his son torched us at during the Iowa State game.
Ah, gotta love
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And they, of course, he was out on the field during that because I think they did something for that team. So yeah, I don't know. I like you said, I really hope they, you know, Ren has mentioned that he's going to cast a wide net in this search. So I am hopeful that we take our time and find the right person. Hell, we had a great recruiting class come in without a head coach.
Yeah.
You got a number 4 star. We had a 4-star cornerback, and then we stole a cornerback from UNC, who's a 3-star. So I'll take it. I That's good enough for me.
Yeah,
Only
I think so. Those names that you talked about, those like lower tier names, I just worry that a lot of people think it's just gonna be another Neil Brown.
Yeah,
And I don't know if we are ready for that just yet. So that's why I'm in agreement with you. Let's wait it out. Maybe there's a coordinator that's possibly not saying that like it is, but maybe there's a coordinator that's playing in a later game that, can't really take too many interviews because he's focused on his team right now and wants a head coaching gig somewhere. Because I think a lot of people I've been looking around like poll wise, like we're probably the most prominent school that doesn't have a head coach right now. So
we, yeah, I would say so. It's
us,
I,
UCF, UNC, and then there's one other school that doesn't have a head coach. Oh, Purdue. But like, I feel like we're probably the best job out here for somebody to take. And
yeah, we have. It all also depends on who stays. Like we already know, Trotter's leaving.
after he won defensive freshman of the year, of course that would happen.
Yeah. Son of a gun. Uh, go talk to dad. He'll tell you to stay with one team for your career. Come on.
Now, real quick, so like he's definitely gone. Is he not going to play in the bowl game,
I
or
don't
is he
know. It said
gone
he
after the
entered.
bowl game?
It said he was going to enter the transfer portal. So I don't know if that means he's not playing in the bowl game, which apparently we are favored in.
Yes, the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl, which is coming up in like
Woo!
2 weeks.
Wow, we have a wow. You know that's bad when your bowl game's before freaking Christmas.
But I do remember I listened to all 52 minutes of Ren Baker's press conference, and he said that he preferred the earlier bowl game to get more interest in the players staying, which honestly,
Yeah.
I'm with it.
And it gives you more time to, once the game is over, to then flip the script and focus on the football program and who you're bringing in.
Right.
Now, yeah, that gives us more time. Um, I'm very hopeful, to see what they do. Um, I wonder who else will leave, what other domino will fall. If Nico leaves, oh boy, that's not good because he's definitely the quarterback of the future until the other kid is ready. Um,
And
so
well, I
yeah,
mean, they just signed that one freshman guy who a lot of the people like, who's just coming in.
well, didn't they have, they have another kid. I think he may have redshirted this year, or he might
Oh,
have
I
been
know
like,
exactly what you're talking about. The guy from Pennsylvania.
yeah, and he's supposed to be real good. So
Oh God, I dread to see how the rest of the team that's gonna leave because that's just gonna be like, oh, that's
yeah,
gonna hurt. But it's coming. It's gonna come.
it will. And you know what? It's inevitable for any of the college football programs out there. It does not matter if you win a national championship, if you go 0-13, so people are going to leave. It's just how the game is now going to work. Um, so we'll see. it'll be interesting. It'll be potentially a bumpy ride. But hey, West Virginia, that's what we signed up for when we became fans of this program and we graduated from there. Um, we've all seen heartbreak, so let
Yes,
it continue.
seriously.
But hey, we move on to basketball season. Get our hopes up for basketball and watch those all hopefully not wither away.
Hmm.
And then on to baseball.
That nobody cares about. So
Even though they were really good last year.
they are really good. I just don't know.
I know, I know. Well, that's all I had. Kevin, do you have more? Do you have anything else you want to add that I may
No,
have missed?
nope. That's probably the fastest podcast we've ever had.
I don't know. I've done the 20-minute one where I had to do it myself a couple times.
Yeah, but that one doesn't even count because we didn't even have music.
I
We didn't have
know.
anything that at that time.
That was I was starting to listen to the podcast you and Andrew did, and Andrew left, and you're like, wow, this is so weird just talking to myself.
I haven't even listened back to any of the other podcasts because I've been so busy. Like I haven't had a chance. I haven't even been able to do any of the reels because I can't listen to the podcast back. I gotta start listening to them back. I might have to just like do a throwback reel for those last three episodes and then just call it a day and just try to get the new ones up.
That's ridiculous. It's all right. Don't worry about it. We'll get there. We
One
will
day.
get there. Oh, all right. Well, that's
Well,
all I
I guess
got.
I'll outro it out.
Yeah.
So episode 4, season 4.
No,
Shout out
this is
to you guys.
episode 3.
Is it episode 3?
Yeah, we only done 3 so far.
It is episode 3. Lied. Episode 3 of season 4. See, just can't keep up because we've done so many. We gotta figure out what's the tally of like how many episodes we've actually have already done.
I can do that. I just have to update that spreadsheet that I had started.
Yes,
So I can do that eventually when I have the moment to
to do
sit
it.
around and do nothing.
Love it. But yeah, so for those of you that have continued to listen to us, we appreciate you listening to us. We're on all streaming platforms. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and I believe it is Amazon Play. Then, if you want to continue to watch us at the YouTube at the Million Musings Podcast. Follow us on Instagram at Merit underscore P, K Quavo 624, the Million Musings Pod. Sorry, the content has been lackluster as Kevin's been very, very busy, and Merritt is a dad, and he's got a basketball league now. So
Old
it's
man basketball. Let's
old man
go.
basketball is real. So, we're a little bit busier. I'm gonna try and be on the socials a little bit more, at least post on the stories about life and stuff. But those of y'all that have continued to listen to us, we appreciate you listening. We know it's been like long delays with episodes, just because life really has been life and we're just trying to survive getting out of 2024. So we've been doing this since 2022, right? Or
No, we've been
beginning of 2021.
no, we've been doing this for this is season 4. So we started this in 2021.
Wow. And we're still
We're
surviving.
still here.
And I look at some of
This
the old videos of how like large and in
oh.
charge I was. And then now I'm like, oh man, I have a neck. Cool. But guys, that's all we got for this episode. We appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great night. And hopefully we'll see you next week. If not next week, some other week.
Yeah,
Peace.
we'll be back. Don't worry.